Hey guys, so today we are going to continue working on our relations foldable, which now we're adding functions. So now it's our relations and functions foldable. So we're first going to define functions. Functions is defined as relations in which each member of the domain is paired with one and only one member of the range. Remember, domain just means x value, and range just means y value. And basically what this is saying is that the x value cannot repeat. So we're going to go ahead and look at ordered pairs to start off. And we're going to go and look at this first set of ordered pairs and see if it's a function or not. So all we care about is the x values. So we're just going to look down. -4, -2, -1, 1, and -2. You should be able to see there are two -2's, which means that this set of ordered pairs is not a function. All right, let's look at this next set right here. So we can look and see -2, 1, -1, 0, 1, and 2. There aren't any repeats, so this set is a function. All right, let's go ahead and look at a table now. Again, all we care about is the x values. We don't want to see any repeating x values. So let's look. -7, 0, 3, 7. There's not any repeating ones, so it is a function. Something you may be wondering is, well, the y values repeat 3, 0, 3, 0. But we don't care about that. You can have multiple of the same y value as long as the x values do not repeat. All right, let's look at the bottom table. 0, 1, 1, 6. Two ones. That means that table is not a function. Now we're going to move on and look at the first graph. Now, since it's just points on a graph, we're not going to be able to look at the x values to see if the x values repeat. We can write all the points down as ordered pairs if we want, and remember, we just look at the x-axis and count over, and then the y-axis and count over to find the ordered pairs for each point. But there's another way we can do that, and that's through something called the vertical line test. What the vertical line test says is if a vertical line drawn anywhere on the graph passes through more than one point, it is not a function. So what that means is if we draw a vertical line through that first point, it won't hit. But if we draw through another one over there, see it hits 2 points. So that means that graph is not a function. So if the vertical line hits 2 points or hits a line twice, that means it's not a function, even if everywhere else it only hits once. Let's go to the bottom one. We can draw through the first point. Is there a vertical line? Does it go through 2 points? Nope. Anywhere in the graph, does it go through 2 points? Nope, it doesn't. So that means that one is a function. All right, now we're going to look at the mapping. So we're going to look at that top mapping. And mappings, you can go ahead and look at each x and see if the x repeats through the ordered pairs if you want. But another way you can tell is if the x has 2 arrows coming from it. Okay? So we can look, does -6 have 2 arrows coming from it? Nope. What about 9? Nope. 10, 12, 17? None of those do. They all have only 1 arrow starting at the number. So that means that this first one is a function. All right, let's look at this bottom one. Now we're going to make this one not be a function. So we're going to make the 4 have 2 arrows coming from it. We're going to make it go to the 10. Here we go. So now we can see the 4 has an ordered pair of 4, 5, but it also has an ordered pair now of 4, 10, because it has an arrow going to 10 and an arrow going to 5. This means that this mapping is not a function, because it has 2 arrows coming from the same x value. Now let's look at this 5. It has 2 arrows pointing to it, right? But it's a y value. Y values are allowed to repeat. So it's okay to have 2 arrows pointing to the y value, but not coming from the x value.